Welcome to Mama Cat's Home. Today for Fall Food Friday, I'm going to be sharing with you chicken nachos. Okay, so this is a collab with Fallon from Moss Family TV, and for every Friday in September we're going to be sharing a fall recipe. I decided to do chicken nachos because fall means football season, and football season means tailgate or football parties and things like that, and this is one of those things that you can make on a sheet pan and sit it out and everyone can just eat from the pan. Or if you're like me and you don't like eating after other people have touched things, because I'm really weird like that, you can just get you a little plate and stick you some on there. So that is the way I do it. But whenever I decided to come over here today and make it, I discovered I was out of my taco mix. My taco seasoning mix, actually. I make this myself because I just find that it's cheaper. I always have all of the ingredients here at home, and I can make it customized to my family. I do have a video on this, so I'll just link it in the iCards, but I'm just going to throw it together real quick and share that with you now, just in case you don't want to go to the other video. But you're very welcome to go there, but here is how you do it. First of all, I'm going to use the half teaspoon one that came with this because I have it, but all of these things is either 1 teaspoon or half teaspoon or 1/8 of a teaspoon, and I double it. So I'm going to call out the amount that would be one of the recipes, but you're going to see me put in the amount for 2 of the recipes, if that makes sense. Hopefully it does. So I'm going to show you my little bowl, very old antique bowl that I love, and there's a shadow that I don't love, but that's okay too. So the first thing you're going to need is chili powder, and I'm going to put in 12 teaspoons, but you actually are supposed to put 6. So from now on, I'm just going to put in, or I'm just going to call out what I'm supposed to put, but I'm going to call out what you would put for 1. But really, I think I do want to get another regular teaspoon because I do not want to put 24 half teaspoons in there. No, don't want to do that. So I grabbed my 1 teaspoon. I've had this set for years. It was on a little ring, but I took them off. So anyway, 6 teaspoons of chili powder. If you have a little extra in there, that's just fine. Doesn't matter. It's just more flavor. I love to make this myself because that way I don't have to worry about running out and having to run to the store to grab something, and it just makes it simpler. And I just looked at my paprika that I have here, and I'm probably not going to have enough for this recipe, the amount I need, so I'm probably going to go run to the pantry and grab some more. But this is smoked Spanish paprika. Use whatever kind of paprika you want to use, but this just gives it a good smoky flavor, and you're supposed to have 5 teaspoons of this. Okay, the next thing you're going to need is 4.5 teaspoons of cumin, or cumin, however you want to say it. Now, we don't love cumin as much, so I don't double this part. I only put the 4.5 in there. There's 1/2 because the full one won't fit. I'll just put the rest of that little bit in there. I do have some more in the pantry that I can get for next time. Also, this little jar, I keep these. I actually have another one that I had gotten a label off of, and that's what my seasoned salt is in. So keep these little glass jars because they come in handy and you can take those off really easy. So it's just a good thing to remember. Okay, so the next part is supposed to be 2.5 teaspoons of onion powder, but last time that I made this, I was out of, actually my onion powder was really weird, so I just threw it out because something was wrong with it and I didn't have any more onion powder. So I used onion flakes, and we like it better with the onion flakes. So 2.5 teaspoons of that, and I put a little bit extra of this because it's the onion flakes instead of powder. It's only like a 1/2 teaspoon more, but it's fine, you know, to do however you want. But we just like it better with the onion flakes. Okay, then garlic powder, supposed to be 1/2 teaspoon, and we love garlic, so we sometimes, whoop, I almost dropped it. We put a little bit extra in there. So, like I said, make it your own. And then it's supposed to be 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. So I'm just gonna put 1/2 teaspoon in there. Look, this is just a little bit shy of 1/2 teaspoon. And then 2 teaspoons of salt. You can put less salt in here or you can put the full amount. It's completely up to you. And then I use this to just stir it up. And then I have my seasoning ready to put into here. And since this little bowl has a spout, this bowl is probably older than I am, but since it has a spout, you can easily pour it into your container. Most of the time, easily. I seem to be having problems. And there's a bug. Oh my goodness. Alabama, you open a door and there comes bugs. Maybe it was trying to figure out what I was doing. It smelled so good. I don't know. But it's not welcome here. And we have discovered that doubling this recipe makes exactly enough to fill up this little jar that I use for my taco seasoning. I don't remember where I got the jar, but I think it was Walmart, but there it is, and it's got a seal on it. So there's that. So now I can get to my chicken tacos. But before I start, not chicken tacos, but before I start the chicken nachos, I'm going to put all the seasoning up because I don't need it anymore. Okay, so chicken nachos or whatever kind of nachos is pretty much whatever you like on nachos. I had never had any kind of nachos other than the ones with the yellow stuff that's supposed to be cheese that you get from, say, a ball game or from a rodeo or whatever like type of event you might go to. This an outdoor event, the fair or whatever. I had never had anything except that kind, but one day I just wanted to try some. And I had heard people talk about chicken nachos and all these different things. And I thought, well, if I don't like it, then I don't have to eat it again. That's my philosophy on anything that I ever make. If we don't like it, I don't have to cook it again. And if I don't like it, but the other people in my family do like it, I don't have to eat it. I can always make myself something else. But this is just a quick, simple thing that I just threw together. I wrote it down on a little paper like I did my burrito bowls. This is something that if you haven't seen, you'll be seeing soon. Anyway, I write it down, what I put in it, and then I just go from there. If we like what I made up, I will type it out and put it away in my little binder. Well, I had the thing on the refrigerator for like months and now I can't find that paper, so I'm just going to try to go from memory because I never took the time to type it out and write it down or type it out and put it in the binder. So that's my fail. That's just how it goes. So I'm going to tell you what all you need and then we'll go from there. So you need tortilla chips, of course you need those. I think that these were some that I had gotten from either Aldi or it was a big bag from Sam's or Costco. I can't remember. Doesn't matter, whatever your favorite tortilla chips are. I actually really like the blue corn tortillas. You need picante or salsa. Picante sauce or salsa, whichever one that you have on hand, both will work. This is just not as chunky, but that's fine. It'll be chunky enough with your other things. You're gonna need some sweet peppers. I'm sorry that the bag is crinkly. I should have already taken them out and washed them, but the mini sweet peppers, I think these came from Walmart, but you get them at Sam's, Aldi, all different places. An onion, not one this big, but I'm just going to cut this in half and use half of it. You need some frozen corn, probably about half this bag. This is 12 ounces. It came from Aldi. Probably about 6 ounces is what we'll use. Noah's laughing. A can of black beans washed and rinsed and drained. If you don't want to use canned, you can use dry beans and cook up about, I don't know, 15.5 ounces. 2 cans of chicken, or if you have a rotisserie chicken or chicken you've already made, whatever you want to do. Like if you want to just cook chicken for this, you can bake it, grill it, whatever, pan fry it without any batter or anything though. You just take this, if you're using the cans, drain them. If you're using for less than the people we are using it for, you would want 1 can or whatever. Make it however you want to do. And of course the taco seasoning you just saw me throw together. You don't need a lot of that, but you do need some. And then cheese of your choice. We're going to use cheddar, and I may throw some pepper jack on there too. So I'm going to get the cans open, get them washed, and both of them drained. Get these washed up and chop up my veggies. Okay, I'm going to take this skillet, and in it I'm going to put a little bit of olive oil just so nothing sticks, but you don't need a lot because this is a non-stick skillet, but we want to make sure that we don't have any problems with that. Okay, my oil is kind of warm, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take about 3/4 of the onion, not all the onion because I do want some of it to be not cooked at all, and about half of the peppers and saute them for a few minutes. Well, they're all going to be cooked some, but these will only be cooked some in the oven. But I'm going to let this cook up just a few minutes, and then I'm going to put my meat in here just to kind of heat it all through. But I do want these onions to be kind of translucent because it will give it different textures. Okay, now that I have the chicken in there, I'm going to put maybe about 3 teaspoons of my taco seasoning that I made in there. You really just put as much as you would want, but that's less than what 1 packet of taco seasoning would be, because 1 packet is 3 tablespoons. Stir that around. I know it looks like a lot, but really it's not as much as you would think once you actually have start eating it. It just is good flavor. It's almost like making chicken tacos. Just taking a shortcut with the canned meat. And now I'm just gonna eyeball it, but probably about a cup of this in there. Maybe not quite a cup. That's the salsa or picante sauce, whichever one you choose. Put that in there. You'll need a little bit more. Just kind of want to get this heated through because it's going to take longer to heat than anything else, and you're only going to be putting this in the oven long enough to melt the cheese and stuff like that. Not a long time, maybe 10 or 15 minutes maybe at the most. And I did set it to 350, but you do it however you choose. You could just put it on broil, but you'd have to watch it really close if you did that. Okay, so here I have my tray with parchment on it. It's just a sheet pan anyway. I have it with the parchment on it, and then I have it lined with tortilla chips. You can use the scoops, or they look like little bowls, that kind. Just whatever kind that you choose. You use whatever you want. And so now I'm going to go ahead and put the chicken mixture on, and I'm just going to make sure it's everywhere, because you need a little bit everywhere. Okay, so now I'm going to put the black beans on. I have rinsed or drained and rinsed them and drained them again. But you just put them on everywhere. Just 1 can. And then I'm going to put about half this bag of corn on there. It just gives a little bit of sweetness. It's just really good on I like it with just anything that's like taco or nacho. I don't know why, but I just do. Put that on there, and then we're going to put on some of the onions. These will have a different, I actually got some peppers on there too. I'll just go ahead and put those on too. They'll have a different texture from the other ones that we cooked some. They'll be cooked some too though. And the last thing that I'm going to put on is the cheese. Like I said, you choose whatever kind of cheese you want, and you just put it all over. I thought about doing some pepper jack, but I don't really want to shred any. And I don't think we've ever done pepper jack before, so we'll just leave that off this time. But just do whatever kind your favorite cheese is. And I'm making a mess with cheese. But we have a cat that loves cheese, so I don't know if it's bad for her or not, but she doesn't eat that much. So now I'm going to put this in the oven and let it be in there 10 to 15 minutes, and then I'll bring you back. Okay, so this is what they look like whenever they're done. Like I said, you could eat them off the tray like they are, or you could have your plates and eat them that way, just whatever way you choose. But anyway, that is just a simple, quick, you can do it like a whole meal. We eat this as a family because it's just good, and it's just, you know, something, a finger food or whatever. You can have it as part of a party thing if you want to have several different types of finger foods that you want to grab. If you don't like the taco seasoning, you do not have to put it on your chicken. You don't even have to use meat in this. You could just use the vegetables. And you could also use beef or ground turkey or whatever kind of meat you want to use. I believe you could even do pork, like I can't remember what it's called, whatever, like pork tacos. I can't think of what they're called, but if you know, leave it down in the comments down below. So just a simple, fun thing that you can have, and it's very tasty. So that is all I have for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. If you like my channel, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified whenever I upload. Also, leave me a comment down below. Have you ever had any sort of nachos like this? Do you like them? Do you not like them? Do you have any suggestions of other toppings we could put on? You could put sour cream on it too if you wanted to. Or, you know, just anything. You can leave that in the description, and not the description, but in the comments below. And remember, don't take any wooden nickels, and be sweet.